But you know what, Caitlin, just if you guys would just tell the truth, I'll send you the copies of the ones that you've gotten wrong that we've been able to correct.
While we are being told as Democrats, as liberals, as decent, kind-hearted Americans, as we're being told to bring down the temperature, to tone down the rhetoric, we're being told, because it's causing left-wing violence to explode. All of this is being done to undergird and predicate their decision that has already been made to declare martial law or crack down on free speech or send in the military to invade and occupy United States cities under the auspices of what Donald Trump has described as war. All of this is on us. You have to do this. These are the rules for thee, but not for me. That's how they feel about it. And the reason I say that is because they've displayed this, they've demonstrated this, they've proved this to be true time and time and time and time again, day after day after day, especially in the wake of Charlie Kirk's shooting. I have here, we witnessed J.D. Vance, I just got done talking about, saying we need to bring down the temperature and you can't call your enemies Nazis or Hitler, even though he is the guy who called Donald Trump Hitler. We got here Kristi Noem doing the same exact thing. How many times have you heard her talk about, you can't call us authoritarian, you can't call us fascists, it will cause violence. Gavin Newsom has said these things about me and it caused my family to panic. Oh, they're so worried for my safety because of the things that Gavin Newsom has said. And here she is on CNN yesterday doing the same thing that she's saying causes violence. Who are we to believe? I laugh because obviously it's not Republicans. It is self-evident that they are not to be trusted because they have a plan in mind and they are driving full speed ahead to accomplish it. And it all involves creating a terrorist organization out of the Democratic Party to where no one can donate to it. No one can run as a Democrat. We will have one party in the United States, a la the Soviet Union, a la Russia today, a la China or some other authoritarian state. You think that Kim Jong-un has an opponent he has to vanquish in an election? There are no elections. It's not how it works. And that's what Donald Trump wants. Watch Kristi Noem be the hypocrite of hypocrites. Also, as an aside, why didn't her face ever move? You would think she would be expressive about this, that these are serious times and I'm upset and I'm worried, but that doesn't really show on her face, curiously enough.
We have seen Democrats out there take extreme positions and support radical criminal organizations. Their support of terrorists such as MS-13 and Tren de Aragua, and seeing U.S. senators go and have margaritas with them in a foreign country to support them and their child trafficking and human trafficking exploits, I think is a tragic thing to experience in the United States.
Well, Chris Van Hollen said that was basically a setup by Bukele. But I just think the question is, would you label them a domestic extremist organization, as Stephen Miller did?
I would love to see these Democrats denounce these criminals.
Seems to me that if anything is going to spark violence against someone, it's labeling them supporters of terrorists. She's asserting that you as a Democrat, me as a Democrat, that we support criminal organizations like Tren de Aragua and MS-13, and that United States senators are going down to El Salvador to have a margarita with a terrorist, she says. She is equating demanding due process for even those accused of horrific crimes as support for terrorists. Demanding that the Constitution be honored, followed, that their oaths to the Constitution be honored and followed, that is the support of terrorism. And let me tell you this. Speaking of due process, if they can deny due process to criminals, they can deny due process to anyone, because the way that you determine if someone is a criminal is through due process. Are we to believe that whatever Donald Trump thinks, whatever Donald Trump feels at any given time, whatever Donald Trump determines through his addled moron brain, whoever he thinks is a terrorist, and we don't need due process. That's what they're asserting here. It is through the process of due process that we determine who the criminals are. You can't just say that these people are Trendale Ragwa or MS-13 or whatever. You can't just make the claim. You can't just say, oh, that boat's filled with fentanyl dealers. We need to bomb it out of the sea. You have to provide evidence of that. And the place that you provide that evidence, anyway, you get it. Due process, constitutional concept in multiple constitutional amendments. So this is a woman who demands the temperature be taken down, that the rhetoric be toned down. Then she lies, does the same thing she's asking everyone, does the same thing she's demanding everyone stop doing. And now she's on in the same interview, just minutes later, 2 minutes later, begins to demand that the media tell the truth after she lied for minutes straight. She demands that CNN, I just wish, she says in her fake solemn tone, in her fake, earnest tone, you just need to really report on this. These babies are blah, blah, blah. Lies, 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 lies. Disgusting. Watch this.
And I wish that our media, and I wish reporters like you, Caitlin, would talk about the victims every day that we interact with, that we send you the stories on that you refuse to tell, about the poor little girl and baby that was strangled yesterday by an illegal criminal and died. That baby died overnight. That was the first news I got this morning when I got up at 4 a.m. Then the next news that I got was that the media had reported that a father had his child taken away from him, when in all reality, this poor little autistic girl was abandoned by her father.
But CNN didn't report that, right? Right, Secretary Noem?
But you know what, Caitlin, just if you guys would just tell the truth about what these criminals are and what they've done in their history.
We tell the truth
and make
every
it
night.
about the victim. That'd be fantastic. We send out about 5 or 6 different press releases every day correcting stories, and I'll send you the copies of the ones that you've gotten wrong that we've been able to correct. But these law enforcement officers are being demonized, and they should be supported because they have families too, and they live in these communities. Their kids go to school there. Their spouses go to work, and they just want to go at night and they're to make their community and their city safer.
Secretary Noem, as you know, if we get something wrong, we correct it. But also, what you just referenced there is not something that CNN reported. And obviously, we strive for accuracy every night.
I'll send you copies of what you've gotten wrong, says the frozen-faced Homeland Security Secretary, Kristi Noem. This is a sinister plot that is underway in public. And just because it's public does not mean that it's up on the up and up. When Donald Trump eventually does declare martial law or whatever declaration of emergency that he makes that's akin to, that equates to martial law, people are going to be surprised by it. And they should not be, because people, many, not just me, but others, have been ringing this bell for months that this is what Donald Trump wants. Since the inauguration. This is why the 2026 election is so important, to show up in overwhelming numbers to defeat Donald Trump, to send Democrats in overwhelming numbers to the Congress so we can actually have oversight. We can actually have some weapon against the authoritarian state of Donald Trump, some leverage against the overtake of fascism in the United States of America. It's what we need. So I hope you're ready. I hope you're up to the task. I hope you are in messaging mode to convince your neighbors, your friends, your acquaintances, your family that it's time to step up and retake our power as an electorate. Because who knows what tricks they've got in store for the 2026 midterms. We're going to have to show up in massive numbers to defeat whatever chicanery they have planned. Anyway, what do you think? I invite you to this conversation. First, though, I ask that you subscribe to this channel. You can click the subscribe button for free below the video on YouTube. We're marching steadily toward 1.5 million subscribers. I am not worthy of your support, but I appreciate it very much. You can also follow and like the Facebook page, Dollemore Daily. And then after that, if you really want to tell me how wrong I am, you can You can comment below, or you can call the voicemail line 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me, daily@dollemore.com. If you want to take your support to the next level, for $1.99 a month, you can become a channel member on YouTube by clicking the join button below, or you can go over to my Patreon page, which is an even better option, patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. I love and appreciate you very much. I hope that you appreciate me and that I bring you value on a video by video basis. I'll see you next time. Be genuine and take care of one another.